Day 8 is here, and it brings the question, where can I begin to practice mindful speech and actions? So as we continue down our self-reflecting card challenge, we're asking these questions. We're asking some of the hard questions on how to better protect ourselves, how to take care of ourselves, how to bring honor to who we are, right? So where can we begin to practice mindful speech and actions? The two cards drawn today are the blade and the staff. When I look at the blade, immediately I started thinking about blades are sharp, right? They can be fast. And I see the moon cycle across the front of this card, and I think, okay, so maybe I start with evaluating things in accordance to the moon cycle for a minute. Slow down and really make a mindful practice of using this next moon cycle as a way to do some self-discovery. Also, I think, our tongues can be much like a blade too, and the damage cannot always be repairable. And so using that metaphor, right, as our tongue being the blade, I see that, our tongues can also stab ourselves. We can stab ourselves by holding it prisoner, unable to protect us when we really need it. And by that, I want you to think, right? How many times a day are you biting your tongue? How many times a day are you holding back and biting your tongue or the blade in this aspect and not speaking up for yourself, your boundaries, your principles? How many times a day are you saying yes when you really don't want to? So think about that just a little bit. And when we're careless, right, when we're careless with the blade or the words that we speak, we can hurt others, but we also hurt ourselves. And so fear not speaking up when your own spirit is at stake, just to spare the feeling of others. You're just as important as any other being in the same situation. You do not have to put yourself back because it is expected of you to put yourself behind others. It's really not the expectations. And if it is, you might want to reevaluate who set those expectations. We also see the staff. And the staff tends to be a symbol of authority. It is a balancer between extremes, and it tends to unite what is divided. So I will say that with this message we're receiving, it's really about being conscious of the damage that we cause with the blade of our tongues. We have to find our balance. We have to trust our own wisdom. We have to protect ourselves. We have to be conscious about where our blade actually makes connection with another. And we have to return to a place of curiosity and really evaluate what those boundaries are. What are our boundaries? We need to set them, we need to share them, and we need to protect them. And so start there. Start with where you can help yourself. And that's really reevaluating and figuring out where you now stand in some of your belief systems, or where you stand in the aspect of putting yourself first in situations that you don't normally put yourself first. So let's start there. Let me know if you draw any other cards to complement this reading or anything that you get for yourself. I'd love to hear any other readings or insights into what you get on this 8th day with the 8th question of the challenge. Have an awesome day, and we'll reconnect again tomorrow.